What is good? What is good? What is good? Sippers and sniffers. Man, so glad to be back in the building one more again. It's your boy Hidden Gems coming to you live and direct again on this wonderful Sunday evening, night, whatever you want to call it. Man, look, usually I would have been on here about 3 hours ago, and I apologize for my lateness, for my absenteeism on Thursday as well. Been a little under the weather. Drainage has been kicking my butt, you know. But today, the only reason why I wasn't able to get on here at that time was because I was supporting the fam. All right. Now, as many of y'all know, one of the boys I trained plays for St. John's, And well, we got ourselves a win today. A win. All right. You see them Johnnies. You see them Johnnies. Now, for those who don't know, this win was bittersweet. Okay. Bittersweet. Definitely bittersweet. Main reason for it being that they took down my Jayhawks. All right. Now, I will always support my players, my students over the school. Always. So that's why I'm rocking the St. John's. That's why I'm always going to be St. John's. All right. But KU was the first school that he got an offer to, and he took it. Did 1 year there. Bill self-recruited over him, kind of overlooked him, for whatever reasons. And it might have bit him in his ass tonight, all right? Because Zuby had a hell of a game, 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Now, for a guy that Coach Self said at one point was probably not made out to be a high major player or whatnot, the fact that he put that on your ass, on your head, on KU, says you may need to hand over those recruitment responsibilities to somebody else at this point. Because you missed. You missed big time. All right. But with all that being said, man, congratulations to St. John's, all right, on the win today. It was an ugly win. It was deserved, but it was ugly. Ugly as hell. All right. And we're good, Let me go ahead and get to the chat. I'm trying to buy a little time until people get in here. I know it's a little late. Usually I'd already have people in here, but you know what? We got to go live. I don't want to lose what little grasp I have on the algorithm nowadays, but, wanted to get on here and talk to everybody because, for the rest of the month, we are going to be having NCAA March Madness conversations. All right. And we're going to talk about what I'm going to be discussing in the weeks coming up. All right. But first and foremost, let me go ahead and recognize Mr. Clark. What's going on? Shout out to you, my guy. All right. He said his sin of the day is Bortnikov, Amber Cologne. Bortnikov is a house that I need to get into. I am about to go on Scent Split probably next week or this week coming up, and I'm going to give me a few samples. They are one of the houses that I've been hearing a lot about from different people, and I definitely want to get my nose on them. So shout out to you, Mr. Clark, for that beautiful scent. I have read the notes. I do not have them memorized, but definitely will be getting my nose on the house. All right. Shout out to everybody that's over there on IG. I see my guy Merrill, man. Hey, say congrats on the win. Appreciate that, man. Hey, if you got time, come on over here to Sips and Sniffs on YouTube. Sips.n.sniffs. Hey, love to have you in the chat. But let me go ahead and get back to this chat. Salute to you, Mr. Clark, Sean. All right, Will, what's good, baby? What is going on? Will said only 1 rebound in the second half. Yeah, it was rough, man. They started doubling and double teaming them. They didn't triple team, but definitely double teamed them on the box outs and whatnot. And it showed, you know what I'm saying? Not to mention wild shots that were falling on the other side of the basket. He was doing his thing for as much as he could, but you play the game. You play the game, or what is it? You play the cards how they lay, something like that. Sin of Paradise, what's going on, baby? Can't the replay, but yeah, St. John's did good. Yes, they came out on top. That's all that matters, baby. That's all that matters at this point. All right. R.I.P. Chuck Norris. Yes, Jose, definitely, man, definitely. Rest in peace, Chuck Norris, man. A living legend, a Texas legend at that. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm in my 40s and growing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have access to a whole lot of martial arts. The ones that we did, we got from the family or from the store, them old style kung fu where when they punch, they said, "Oosh, oosh." They had the little follow through notes and sounds and whatnot. And man, hey, one of the most televised outside of kung fu, that old series with the old white guy that was over there doing martial arts on people. Chuck Norris was the man, man. Aside from Bruce Lee and a couple other people, Chuck Norris was that guy. All right. And I mean, he was tearing through the city, the state of Texas and those cities over there that were on his show, Walker, Texas Ranger, with the most simplest of karate kicks and chops, man. I'm telling you, he was doing it until he was about in his 50s or 60s. And hey, everybody was here for it. We were watching it, man. He was a living legend. Shout out to him. Kept me up at night. Plenty of good shows, Had love for the guy, man. Not to mention he was on the right side politically as well. So shout out to him, man. Rest in peace. My condolences to his family. Man, we lost a real one. Smell good. What's good? What's good, Kev? Man, what is going on? Sin of the day is Wulong Cha. Yes, that is that tea fragrance for the spring. And it is I think it's like the 3rd or 4th day of spring. So definitely a good flavor to choose. I see you over there. My guy, Chris, Kicks, what's going on? He said corner. All right. Sin of the day is Agatho Adon. All right. The wonderful and beautiful Lachey in the building. What's going on, girl? All right. Baby Butter Shay. All right. My guy, Rock T, with the imaginative avatars as usual. I'm in the upside down. Yep. Bring your butt over here, man. Chief of DC, what is going on, my guy? Blessings to you. All right. Let me get in here. I'm trying to get to the bottom. Oh, Duck. What's going on, 212? All right. Great game. Salute everyone. Sin of the day is Killian Blue Moon Ginger Dash. Yes, sir. That is a nice one. That is one that actually needs to be on there. It's slightly spicy, not really to a peppery extent, but definitely has a blue feel to it. Kind of ethereal. Oh, man. Very light, aromatic. My only thing is beautiful fragrance. Love it on skin. Doesn't last long. But to be honest with you, with the quality and the way it makes you feel, honestly, I would still buy it. I would still buy it. Oh, let me take these shades off. All right, I already did the announcement. St. John's in the building. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. All right. All right. My guy, he says sin of the day is Liam Gray and Amir Al Black Bottle. All right. Merrill, what's good, man? Appreciate you for coming on over. Yes. R.I.P. Chuck Norris made it. My guy, Doug said, smell good. Yep. Of course, my guy. Now, I got one more pack to send out. I got to send one out to my guy, Will, this week. Shout out to him. I got to send it to him and go from there. That'll be the last pack that I have promised to send out at this point. I will be a free man. Lachey says, sin of the day is my angel share. All right. On the rocks. Nice. That is a beautiful, beautiful DNA. I like it. Evening sin of the day is Mancera Sicily. Nice. All right. Got that Sicily up here too, Frankie. Beautiful, sweet, candied sweet on top of that. D-Man, Sippers and Sniffers, what's up? Sin of the day is Lataffa Teriyaki Intense. Nice little plum. Not really plum, the fruit, but more like a plum. What would you call it? What is that? Plum sake. A plum sake note. Kind of dry. Got some sweetness to it. A little fruit, but not too much. But it's good. For sure. She said, little known fact, Chuck Norris kept a diary, but they changed the name to the Guinness Book of World Records so no one would be scared. Bro, hey, I'll never forget. I don't know what age I was, but at one point in time, there was a series of memes on the internet that were talking about Chuck Norris. And every time they referred to Chuck Norris, it was some incredible feat that they were talking about he did. Chuck Norris lifted up three school buses one time to save a kid from a burning house. Like I'll never forget that, man. Those jokes, those memes were hilarious. Shout out to you, man, for that. As y'all can hear, still got a little drainage. Eyes are better. It's bad over here in Texas. Allergies are strong. Pollen count is high. It's been hell on earth. All right, I had lost my voice to some extent on Thursday, so that's why I didn't go live, and we're going from there. But felt a little better. Still taking my little asthma medication. On the machine. Got my inhaler. Shout out to my other breathing brethren. All right, Walt. Shout out to him. All right, inhalers on deck. But yeah, man. So the reason for me coming to you today, all right, is to let you know what's coming up on the channel. All right. So this upcoming week, hopefully, we'll have a duet with me and someone else. Also, got a couple of things going, but we're going to be doing things from a perspective of March Madness. We're going to do it in a way that it relates to what's going on with March Madness, And there's going to be several conversations that we're going to have. So I'm going to be popping up on some days that people are not going live, or at some times where people are not going live, and we're just going to talk about it because I want to have these conversations with the community. While the tournament's going on, we're going to have some real conversations. And, I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I want to get back in the algorithm, and I want to know what people think. So going forward, when I do go live, I am going to be allowing people to come up and interact, kind of like we did this past weekend. But, for this, I wanted to go ahead and let people know what some of the topics were. So, go ahead and get those off my chest right now and just talk about it, man. So first thing first, one of the conversations that we're going to be discussing this week, and we may actually talk about it tonight, but one of them is definitely going to be buzzer beater fragrances. All right. Now, for those that don't know, in reference to March Madness, we're going to call them buzzer beaters because these are your easy, quick reaches. You know what I'm saying? These are the fragrances that, hey, if you wake up late for work, but you can't go to work without a fragrance, what are you reaching for? You know what I'm saying? If you're about to run an errand and then you got to go somewhere afterwards, but you don't want to wear anything that's out of the mood or out of the norm, you know what I'm saying? If you've got a quick 5 to 10 seconds to choose a fragrance on your way out, what are you going for? You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about it in seasons, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be subjective. So it's going to be discussing what do you have. And I'm going to be asking some people to hop on, man. Give them about 3 to 5 minutes to talk about 2 of their favorites and what is it that they like about it, and go from there, man. All right. Another conversation that we're going to have are mid-major fragrances. Now, this topic that we're going to discuss is a little more complicated. It's gonna involve a little more action. It's gonna have some disagreements and some agreements. All right, because when I talk about mid-major fragrances, they're going to be inclusive of fragrances that have no blue blood DNA or don't come from a big house. Okay, but either play above the house name or they play below the hype of the house. So funny thing is, like right now, watching these games, man. All right, you would think Kansas came up off of a championship not too long ago. So they're technically a blue blood. They're usually in the Final Four, Elite Eight and whatnot. So, for them to go out in the round of 32 today is a big disappointment. But see, the thing is, they're a blue blood. So for them to go out so early, I guess you could say that their team was mid. All right, they weren't up to par. They weren't playing like a blue blood, like the name of Kansas University. And this season has been rather mediocre. You know what I'm saying? They have a guy that could go top 5 in the draft, but at the end of the day, just like one guy on a team can't get you a championship, one good fragrance in the fragrance house cannot, I repeat, cannot make your house elite. And that's just what it is. So we're going to have a conversation about mid-major fragrances that either play above their class, you know what I'm saying? Or fragrances that have a bigger name than they should, The ones with the players that go to Kentucky but don't pan out. The ones that go to Kansas and don't pan out. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna talk about some of the ones that come from schools such as a St. John's, maybe a University of Northern Iowa, that end up playing well, end up making a name for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Those are mid majors. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna discuss them. All right. Some other another topic. Those are two. Another topic we'll discuss are Cinderella fragrances. All right. Unheard of fragrances that are either slept on, that nobody knows about, or when you got your nose on them, they surprise the hell out of you. Being for, in the prior years, we always have those 12 and 15 matchups, and you always get a 12 team that upsets a 5 team. University of Northern Iowa was one of them. Unfortunately, they got their butts beat when they went up against St. John's, but normally that team in that 12th spot is a Cinderella team because they can make it further than any of the other lower ranked teams. So, yeah, that's going to be one. So that's the third one. We got Final Four fragrances, typically expected to be a blue blood fragrance, so big house, big name houses. All right, we're going to talk about who they got on their roster. You know what I'm saying? One of the Final Four fragrance houses that a lot of people refer to would be Parfums de Marly before. Now, maybe not so much now, but before they would be. And reason for it is because they're a big, well-known house, and they got some heavy hitters that are good all year round, generational talents. Carlisle is a generational fragrance. Leighton will always be talked about, will always be good. You got Waljean, definitely a good one. So you look at it, it's like, okay, Parfums de Marly at one point, maybe not now to some people, but to me, it still is a Final Four fragrance because the house has so many good fragrances in it that I can't see them not competing on anybody's shelf. So there we go. We're also going to talk about sleeper fragrances. All right. Then we're going to talk about unspoken hero fragrances. Now, these are fragrances that come from no-name houses, but surprise a hell of a lot of people in majority. All right. One of them, I'll give you one example of an unspoken hero fragrance will be Bois Imperial. A couple of years ago, Bois Imperial was getting talked about, but then all of a sudden it had a boom. No one had really been talking about Essential Parfums. Essential Parfums was on nobody's map. But then all of a sudden they came out with Bois Imperial and a couple of other ones. And man, look, I think Bois Imperial, especially at the prices in every fragrance collector's collection. Granted, they don't automatically start with just cheapies and Middle Easterns. So, yeah. All right. And the last one that I have on here for now is Blue Blood fragrances, but we already talked about that. All right. Blue Blood. It's a little different from Final Four. Blue Blood is typically like your Dukes, your North Carolinas, your Kansas of the fragrance community. These are houses that are going to normally or be known for what they bring. And we're going to discuss it because you know what? Duke is usually a school that we can rely upon that they're always going to make it to the Final Four. But there's a reason why Duke may have been ranked top 5 for all this season. But people got St. John's and a couple of other teams expected to beat them. We're going to talk about how they relate and how that's relevant, all right, to fragrances because there's some houses that usually have great products coming out. But recently, their fragrances have been kind of weak, unperformative. They've been lacking the talent behind them. And we're going to discuss that, man. So just a few of the topics that we're going to get into coming up, man. But, I tell you what, for now, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Let's go ahead and talk about one of these, all right? So, which one should I do? All right? And shout out to everybody. Let me go ahead and get to the chat real quick. Man, shout out to, what's up, Dave? What's going on, baby? Of course, my guy, Raph. What's going on? Raph is in the building. All right? My guy, the Procurer. Greetings. Scent of the day is Byredo, Mr. Marvelous. I've never smelled that. That is interesting. Dutch said Duke has been in the Final Four twice in 10 years. I know, bro, but when you talk about it, every time I talk to a recruiter, oh, Duke is blue blood. Blue blood. They blue blood. And Dutch, that is what we're going to talk about. The fact that although they're considered blue bloods and big name brands and whatnot, who hasn't been living up to the hype? And you know what? It'd be perfect. That's we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna get my guy Kroom on. I'm gonna try and get my guy Kroom on here to shed a little light on this too. But we're gonna have some fragrance sports, some sports and scents. Yeah, you know what? I don't know why I give away all the good ideas on here, but we're gonna talk about sports and scents, man. We definitely gonna talk about sports and scents. All right, scents and sports. But with that being said, man, hey. Let's go ahead and get on one topic, man. All right. So let's talk about some of these mid-major fragrances. All right. Why not? I tell you what, and actually, let me go here. We're going to talk about buzzer beater fragrances. We're going to go ahead and start with the first one. What's going on, David? What's going on, my guy? Let's talk about buzzer beater fragrances, all right? So those in the chat, please feel free to type in, what are some of your buzzer beater fragrances, all right? What are some of the fragrances that you know it's just so easy to go to when you walk out, when you're in a hurry and you just need to grab something and walk out the door? These are the ones that you will put on the edge of the shelf that it's like they can't go wrong. No matter what you're wearing to work, because you typically dress a certain type of way when you go to work, all right? No matter what you wear to work, you can easily just put these on the edge of the shelf. And if you need something real quick, you can just on your way out, just grab it, lock the door up, and go to work. All right. Now I'll start off with one. This is one that I was just talking about it, right? And it is such an easy reach, but it's a good easy reach. And y'all, that is going to be none other than the fragrance that I just was talking about. Boy Imperial by Essential Parfums. All right. Easy. And by Quentin Biche. Beautiful thing about this is it's just clean, slightly woody, but it has almost a metallic nature to it that comes across as a bit citrusy. Now, people are going to tell me, Jims, there's no citrus notes in there. And that may be true. But I tell you what, on my skin, I get some type of citrusy metallic feel to it. All right. I do. But this is one of the easy reaches and Fragcom. And I mean, this is what I would consider a buzzer beater. All right. You got limited time. You know what I'm saying? Your shot clock's down to 4. You need to get that quick inbound pass in. Once you get it in, he only got about 3 or 4 seconds to put it up in the air. You only got about 3 or 4 seconds to make a quick decision on your way out. This is one I grabbed for. My guy Rockboy T said Trajan. Trajan from Electimus. Yes, that also is an easy reach. That also is an easy reach with that DNA of that Baccarat Rouge, Baccarat 540. 540 to a woody dry down. Beautiful. I've been considering it off and on for years. I've been considering whether or not I would get me a bottle. And it's still up there. I still could, but not sure if I would. I have to get it for a price under $100 at this point. Because it's been around so long, I don't want to pay $100 for it. It's good, but the DNA is kind of played out to me. And for what I could get for it, I could get in Club de Nuit Untold or something else. So definitely an easy reach. Definitely a good one. I agree. All right, Dutch says Cedroit Boisé, easy buzzer beater. Indeed. Easy reach. I got it over there. I don't want to have to go get up and get it this time. All right. My guy, Mr. Clark said Boy Imperial. Definitely a buzzer beater, man. Boy Imperial, it just works. Easy. Let me see here. Dame agrees. Yes, sir. My guy D-Man said mine would have to be Mont Blanc Explorer. Yes. That too is an easy reach. Easy reach. Man, definitely. I think that is the Creed Aventus DNA. Yes. Easy. Dutch says struggle with you intensely as a buzzer beater. Man, if it's cool and you want to smell like something sweet and edible, intensely is definitely an easy reach. Definitely easy reach. Some could even go with the original. To be honest with you, stronger with you original is also a easy reach one. It's also a good one. You know, I definitely could see that going one way or the other. All right. Let me see here. Dame says, yeah, it definitely gives off a very slight lemon citrus opening when you first spray it up to your nose. Yeah, man, slightly candied lemon too. Yeah, I'm telling you. Some people don't understand, but yeah, it is. Let me give you another one, man. Another easy reach. Shout out to Miss Heather. She put us on this a couple of years ago when me and Jace were on here. It's from the house of Thomas Kosmala, and that is Star Chaser. All right. Star Chaser has that apple DNA. It's similar to, it's kind of similar to Lafayette Street. Sweet apple, little woody on the dry down. There's a little slight bit of earthiness on the dry down too, somewhere around the mid to the end. Definitely good. It's going to give you about 6 or 7 hours on my skin. Definitely an easy reach for me in my work environments. Not just a warehouse. It was definitely an easy reach when I was working in office for Honda. So definitely a good one, man. My guy Des said, my beloved YSL Watt, easy reach buzzer beater. Honestly, when it comes to designers, you're not going to get much easier than that. But let me give you one. One that is an easier reach. As a matter of fact, I'll give you two from the same house that are designers are easier reaches. For one, the original, and I mean original, king, and that is Acquadigio. Pour Homme, the EDT. Easy. Easy. And then the second one from the same house, Acquadigio Profumo. Two easy reaches that no matter where you go, no matter how you spray, these two right here, they just work. They just do the trick. You know what I'm saying? Clean, fresh, and manly, I guess, because of the incense, a little bit of earthiness in here. Bro, these two just easily work. Easily work. All right. We get back in here. Carl said Chaser is a good one. Yeah, man, I'm telling you. Hawas Ice is a good one, a buzzer beater. That Invictus DNA and Mint and Citruses is a hit. Yes, depending on the group that you're around, it's a little playful, but not too playful like the OG. Definitely. D-Man said Versace Pour Homme. Indeed. Easy reach. I give you another. Someone said, oh, my beloved. Dutch said YSL YSL Eau Fraiche. YSL Eau Fraiche, another easy buzzer beater. If I see that anywhere and I'm on my way out, I'm fresh out the shower, hopped up in the... Man, look, I'm telling you right now, I'll grab that and just put it in pocket and just spray. Spray. D-Man said, or Dylan Blue. Dylan Blue is an easy reach, but for me, I can say it would be easy reach in that I could wear it in a number of things, but definitely easy reach if I'm going to go to work and I'm working at a desk. I don't know if I would wear Dylan Blue where I am at the warehouse. I don't mind it, but I don't know if it would be easy reach for me in that. But I understand where you're coming from. Definitely an easy reach depending on where you're heading, for sure. My guy Rockboy said Forbidden Fruit. Forbidden Fruit is definitely an easy reach for me. It's an easy reach if I'm going to happy hour, if I'm going somewhere that's celebratory, that's not too serious, not too informal. Yeah, I definitely rock that forbidden fruit, man. My guy Dame said, "Oh, Givre, buzzer beater, no question either." Okay, I get that. Yeah, I can see that for sure, for sure. Just stepping out real quick, coming back. Yeah, it's definitely it's definitely a Swiss Army knife. You can use it in a number of things. You know what I'm saying? Would you? Oh, you said would you the two Aquadigios? Explain. Oh, let me see that. Rich Money said Prada Long. Yes, definitely an easy one. Easy reach. D Man said, "Oh, would you layer the two?" I never thought to do it. I never thought to do it. Let's have a little chemistry experiment here. All right. Let's see what we got. Don't leave me astray, D Man. These sprays are precious. I'm really not getting a whole lot. Still very clean, very citric, aromatic. I think in the midst of this, I lose some of that incense feel from just having a Profumo by itself, but it's not bad. It just right now off top, it's not giving me much of a difference, I guess. Let me let it sit for a few minutes and I'll come back to it. All right. OG Bray is definitely a classic indeed. Indeed. Raph said I have several Oceania, Louis the 15th, 1722, Udin Overdose, P33, Apple Brandy on the Rocks, Imagination, definitely an easy reach. All right. Spice Bomb, Metallic Musk. All right. Via Cavour, Dior Homme, 2011, Versace Pour Homme, Extreme. Okay. That's a heck of a list, boy. A heck of a list. B612, I think that's the one. Is that the one by 612? Is that by Mason Francis Kirkshaw? Or is that the one by Nishane? I always get the numbers mixed up. But let me know. All right. Let me see here. Rich Money, man, that Prada Long. Intense is elite. Yeah, the Intense is pretty good. I didn't like the Intense. It was okay, but the Prada Long is definitely good. Intense is not bad. It's just, I think it's stronger with the iris, and I just didn't like it. What's good to Sterling and Tammy? What's going on, y'all? All right. Dame said Kajal Lamar, easy buzzer beater. Not so much. Not so much because I don't know. In Texas, I can't just wear Lamar whenever. Sometimes it'd be too hot. It'd be too hot. I feel for you, Dave, because you're in North Carolina, but Texas, nah. I mean, we already in the high 80s right now. Come July, hell, honestly, come May, I probably won't be wearing too much Lamar unless it's in a controlled environment, a controlled temperature environment. But I get it. There's a time and a place for everything. The Own 2020 is a pretty good one, without question. Definitely a work-related scent. All right, definitely a utility scent. You can wear it in a number of ways. All right, number of situations. You may say it's probably going to smell more like the ADG Parfum. Heard it's lighter on the incense. Okay. Okay. I have to check out the ADG Parfum. But yeah, I'm not picking up that heavy incense, but it's still fresh as ever. Still got the citruses in there. Aromatic. Still has not necessarily a blue, but more of a white feel to it. It's more of a white fragrance, not white florals, but just a white, clean, crisp, citrus, fresh feel to it. So yeah, Gucci Homme 2 was a banger. Never got my nose on that one, Dutch. Never got my nose on. So it is a Nishane. I thought so. Okay, yeah. That's their as their fougere. And I do like it. I do like it. I was wanting an actual bottle at one point, so and I still do. I just got to come back to it and see again. Hasivat X, Easy Buzzer Beater. Okay. I can see that. Oxy X a little lighter. All right, a little easier on the pineapple and everything. Yeah, I do like that. All right. Dave said, James, you'd be surprised that pineapple go off in the heat. Yeah, but you got to get past the mixed berries and whatnot too. And there is a skin chemistry. I don't doubt that it works on some. When I wear my kajal, that berry scent is kind of heavy, and it takes a little bit for the pineapple to get through. And I don't think that it's going to allow the pineapple to shine over the berries until like after an hour or two on my skin. So I get it. I get it. I definitely am not going to argue with you, but yeah, I can see it working for sure. Rich Money Cash says Chanel Allure On O Extreme. I'm glad you brought up the Chanel line because there's one other one, man. I tell you what, and it's an easy reach for me during the summer too. You know, a lot of times my easiest reaches are designers for whatever reason. A lot of my easy reaches are designers. They just happen to be so easy to adjust to whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of them, but man, it's like that for some reason. Smell good. Kev said Imperium and O Intense Vetiver. Two good ones. Imperium is definitely a good one. Need to give me a bottle. And O Intense Vetiver is definitely another one, man. And speaking of Hermes, this one right here, coming from the house of Hermes, Eau de Mandarin Ombre. Believe it or not, very citric. It has a hint of, not a hint. It has amber in the makeup of it, but it's very aromatic. It's soft. It wears easy in the high heat in the summer, but you can wear it in the cooler weather, spring, maybe fall. I wouldn't necessarily apply it in winter expecting much, but definitely a good one. Like I said, Hermes Cologne, Eau de Mandarin Ombre. Check it out if you got a minute. And the other one that I would pick up also would be this one right here from Chanel. All right, Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Oh, there we go. Beautiful, almost like a lemon meringue type of lemon scent. It's kind of candied, sweet lemon. Forgot to say on screen. Very good. I love this on skin, to be honest with you. But lasts about 4 or 5 hours. Not very long, but long enough. Definitely very good. A little earthy dry down. Hey, y'all, check it out. Check it out. All right, let me get back to the chat real quick. Losing it. All right, D-May say, off my skin, Lamar comes off Rose Ford. See, and on my skin, it doesn't come off rose forward until in the mid when you start to pick it up. But it's also, I think it's rose, but it's really not heavy rose. It's just florals. The rose can be scented in there by me. I just get other florals as well. So yeah, I agree. I can see that as well, man. Does say that being real, Leighton is a buzzer beater, even though I overly prefer Leighton exclusive. Yes. Yes, Dutch. I definitely agree with you on that one. I don't think too many people are going to disagree with you for sure. In the sun, that pineapple shines. Let that sweat hit it or hit. It's a wrap. Okay. All right. Doug said Gucci Pour Homme 2 was your signature scent for a few years. You got a 10 mil. Left shame is, in left. Oh, you got 10 mil left. Shame is discontinued. Yeah, man. I hear a lot of people talking about that over the past couple of years, man. It must have been a gem. I never got my nose on it. Shout out to those who did, man. Apparently, I missed out on a great time with a great fragrance. Most of the Prada Lunas are buzzer beaters. Okay, yeah, I get you on that. Yeah. Does say it was an absolute banger. Yeah, man. It's a lot of people that love that. For real. Dame said Virgin Island water is definitely a buzzer beater. Couldn't agree more. Doug said, yes, sir. The scent trail it left was phenomenal. Yeah, man. What your parents used to say when you be walking down the street, you have to look left and look right. When you see a stop sign, well, this statement right here is a stop sign. Yeah, stop, Dave. Stop. Easy reach. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It's an easy reach for that scent profile. It's a good reach. All right, not an easy reach for all, but definitely a good reach. Okay, there you go, Dave. All right. Shout out to Zaradov. That was a good fragrance. It was good enough to have kept, but I did not. Dave, that's an easy reach for you. Cool. All right. I'm gonna leave it there. See, I'm not gonna harp on it. All right. Let me get here. Rich Money Cash said, yeah, Dubai Musk. All right. Okay. Super Lagar. All right. Didn't really care for it, but I definitely get it. All right. Afnan Collector's Edition is absolutely a buzzer beater. Okay. Okay. Depending on the season, I agree. Depending on the season. Aquamarine. Yes, sir. I hope you're talking about the one from Genre Parfums, Rock Boy. The rendition of Blue Talisman. Definitely a good one. All right. Definitely a good one. Okay. Primera Costa Blanca must qualify. I don't know. Dutch one's up, man. 40 knots is a super easy reach. I still got to get my nose on it. I know Will's in here like Gems. Have you gotten to smell what you got? I'm still waiting on it to arrive, baby. As soon as it does, I will let you know for sure. What up, Mundo? What's good, baby? Where we at? Where we at? I'm disappointed Dutch hasn't said on. I'm not. I'm not disappointed in that at all. All right. Costa Blanca is fire. Nice. Hey, you already know, baby. Vitch Index. Oh, wait. Victor Hernandez or Vic Hernandez, Texas. What's good, baby? See you rep, man. Hey, look. It was an ugly win, but it was a win. Yeah. And check this out, Vic. I know you see y'all beat Kansas, yeah. And I'm Rock Chalk Jayhawk all the time. All the time. But my boy plays the kid that I train. He plays for St. John's. So I had to roll with St. John's, man. Not to mention Bill Self said that he wasn't good enough to cut it as a top tier D1. And Zuby Ejiofor for 2 years back to back has been receiving accolades in the Big East all around. So shout out to him. Shout out to Bill Self for letting him go. All right, you fumbled. You fumbled a great player. So, oh yeah, where we at? World says Sin of the Night is Celestian Dreams sits by Skanda. All right. All right. Never heard of it. I'm sure it smells good. I would love to know what it reminds you of. Raph said, I still have my bottle of Gucci Pour Homme too. It's good, but it never makes me madly in love with it. Okay. Yeah. We know it's a bit boy, that was an easy reach for you for a long time, according to your scent of the days in the chats, man. That's not we just know you like that one. You know you like that. You like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a good one. Shout out to Crew. When I got a chance to smell it, it definitely was worth the purchase, but I didn't get it. Let me see. Does even though it's a little pricey, Bocia Aqua Sapphire is it? No, I'm not going to agree with that. Ardent maybe, depending on the time, but Aqua Sapphire, to each his own. I I appreciate the response. Me personally, I can't remember which one was Aqua Sapphire. I just do not remember writing it down. So for me, it probably was a no. But okay. All right, not bad. Wait, you've never tried 40 knots? Seriously? You should have told. Yeah, my bad. It's not that I haven't tried it. I can't remember what it smells like, man. I can't remember what it smells like. I'm glad you said this, Dave. Torino 21 and Torino 25 are easy reach buzzer beaters for me. And granted, they will be in my grasp. I will own both of them. I can't say how soon, but soon. Definitely soon enough. Those, especially that 25 with that rhubarb, the way it plays in there, it's so good. So freaking good. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely one. All right. 40 knots smells like a yacht with 60,000 in your pocket and a linen suit on. So does it have a liquor note? Doesn't it have like a rum in it or something like that? Have like a slight rum and salty nature. Marion, what's good, baby? What's going on? Raf said any references for Boadicea the Victorious Dragon? Can anyone tell me about it? There's a whole lot of people that are buying some aftermarket products. I know it's been discontinued for years, but there's a lot of people. The only thing that I keep hearing is that people keep saying it has a note of plum in there, but nobody specifies what type of plum. I've heard people say sweet plum. I've heard some say kind of a tart, ripe plum, kind of like that in plum japonais, not too sweet. So I really don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm really not sure. Rich Money said, what? MFK Aqua Celestia Forte? Okay. They discontinued it recently. Okay. Smelt that one. Chose not to get it. That's all I can tell you. Dame said I skipped his comment. Oh, okay. My fault. Island Dreams is a buzzer beater. That Symphony DNA is a compliment magnet. It is a good one. It is an easy reach. I can see that. Especially if you have and this is not a day, if you are still a beginner and you have a lot of clones, like your collection is full of clones, that is definitely an easy reach, a good one. I would even say Greenlee from Parfums de Marly would be an easy reach as well. Oh yeah. Here we go. Shelly said, so much evil, wrong scams, fraud that goes on YouTube. You're right, Shelly. Yeah, we try not to do that over here. You know what I'm saying? Try not to do it over here. But I definitely get it. Is Dragon a replacement for the King? Wait. Raph, my bad. I was talking about the King, not Dragon. Did you ask about Dragon? Oh, you did say Dragon. I'm sorry. Yeah, Jason would have to be the one to tell you about that one. Dragon, I don't know. As a matter of fact, I think Dutch has smelled Dragon, but I was thinking about the King. The King has the plum note, and nobody's really talked about what type of plum it has, which has me wondering, is it real? Well, I don't know. But anyway, I want to know about that plum note. But Jason has smelled Dragon. I don't know if Jason has Dragon, but he smelt it. So definitely someone you want to talk to. Marion says, scent of the day is Highness Blue. All right. Nice. Getting my spring kicked off. Nice. I think the Highness Blue is the Afnon. Or what house is that by? Marion, let me know. Dame said 2 different DNAs. Okay. Dame with the education on here. HBK, what's good, baby? All right. Scent of the day is Ball de Afrique. All right. Lotion. And then Boadicea Ice Twist. Nice. Levy Bachelor. Interesting. All right. Dave said another buzzer beater is for my OG people. Vince Camuto. Terra Extreme is a banger. Nice. Nice. What up, Tay? I see you over there on IG, man. Hey, come on over to the YouTube streets, my boy. Come on, let the fam, man. We in here. We in here. All right. Mary said Highness Blue is Afnan. So it is Afnan. Highness 6. Okay. Yeah. I thought so. Because I've seen the I think I've seen the green one that's supposed to be, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's supposed to be a rendition of Royal Oud. Let me know. I think so. But yeah. Nice. All right. Can anybody tell them about Amber Rag and Bone? I've never even heard of that. Okay, yeah, green is royal. Okay, yeah. Someone see if you can answer Marion's question because I have no clue on that one. But yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Look. Like I said, we're talking about easy reaches. Got a few more minutes. I'm not going to be on here for long. I just wanted to get on for a quick hour, maybe an hour and a half. But I think I'm going to end it after an hour. But yeah, those are definitely some easy reaches. What up, Tay? I tell you what, Royal Oud ain't bad with an easy reach too, depending on the weather and the timing. Actually, honestly, I think you can wear it any time. To be honest with you, but Royal Oud is definitely a good one. All right. Des said, I know where you can get Dragon for like $600. That boy Raph wants to know the difference between, or he wants to know more about Dragon and the difference between it and what is it? And the King. So yeah, look at this. Royal no oud. You're right. It doesn't have oud in it. I don't think so. It just has woody notes. That's the funny thing between some of the niche brands and some of the what you call it, designers and whatnot. They throw oud in there, and really it's just a woody note. Even when you get some of the agar wood, sometimes agar wood, depending on how much bacteria has been in there, you get more wood than oud. So you may not even be getting oud. You may just be getting wood, depending upon what all was tinctured and how they tinctured it. But yeah, it's a guilty one. But Royal No Oud is fair. Still one of my favorites. Still my favorite Creed fragrance. I don't care. Still a holy grail for me. All right. With or without oud, it's still a great fragrance. HBK Dragon gives side effect vibes to you. Interesting. Side effect. Spicy, slightly boozy. Interesting. Does say precious liquids blue agave and sangria oak? Yeah, I've heard that. I smelt them. I can see them being easy reaches for some people that particularly like those profiles, some of those main notes. I can see that. All right. 0 for that crazy price tag. Hey man, I'll be honest with you. What a crazy price tag? Because I bought a bottle and I ain't paying no crazy price tag. Better know where to get it. Amber Rag and Bone, good. I got that one. Okay. Nice purse. All right. Does it drag it is if you mix side effect and Nishane Nefs with a little addictive twist with saffron scent? Negro, if you got to mix all that together, you might as well not even talk about them because that just sounds like a whole different type of concoction. But I get what you try to do, but at the same time, you kind of threw me off. Threw me off quite a bit. But either way, all right. What up, T? Well, what's going on, Terrence? Hey, scent of the day is Bodacious by Boadicea the Victorious. Nice. Little cherry booze. Little boozy cherry. Gotcha. Rich Money Cash, the innovator of Penny Pull Upper. Yeah, those are bangers. I couldn't get with salt and pepper, though. Hell no, man. That almost had me sneezing. It was so damn peppery. It's not bad. It's for those who like it, but for me, I got to say the name no, my brother. I got to say the name no, my Damie. Look, Dame said, I can't wait until you get your hands on some ATH, brother. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about it. I think even Raf gave ATH his props or whatnot. We're gonna have to get to it. If it wasn't Raf, I think Raf did. I think Hamid did as well. Yeah, I have to check some out eventually. Salt and pepper is trash. Thank you. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Good. All right. It's not a good performer. It's not a good fragrance. I'm sorry. Damn, I thought you liked it. Am I tripping? Hmm. Or did you not like it? I don't know, but I don't know. All right. What I missed it? Wait, I missed it. Did you say Neff's was spicy? No, I don't know nothing about. Nah, I didn't say no Neff's is spicy. They were talking about another fragrance that smelled like something in Neff's. Street Style Sense. What's going on, brother? All right. Dave said, I never liked it. It's extremely overhyped. Yeah, that's what I thought. When they brought that, and we did that testing, that sampling, that shit was trash to me. All right. Got out of Rag and Bone website. Okay. Tay said Black Anubis Sphinx has become my now easy reach fragrance. You know what? I had a decant of that. I had a 10 mil. That was an easy reach. That and Oceania Symphony by Sphinx. The both of those were my easy reaches. Two really good fragrances that can be worn anytime, damn near anywhere. With I think Oceania Symphony could. I even wore that during the winter, not during the extreme cold, but when it was cooling down to maybe like the 30s, 40s, I wore it then and it smelled good. So definitely. Which when I scrubbed salt and pepper off immediately. I was super hyped at one point. Yeah, it was super hyped. Bro, I just smell it. The opening is horrible to me. Horrible. I just didn't get it. Does say Tobacco Royale is a sleeper from Precious Liquids. Yes, it is. I ain't gonna say absolutely phenomenal, but it is good. Tobacco Royale, and it's a sweet tobacco, almost honeyed, almost candied to some degree. Not candied to a point where it's like overly thick, but it is synthetically sweet. And it's good. It's a great dry down too, man. I can't remember it exactly. I'd have to get it on skin again. But I do remember that it was in my top 5 that I was considering buying from the house back then from 2 or 3 years ago. But it was definitely good, man. It was definitely good. Yes, sir. Percy said, "What up, Dave? Trying to get me, trying to hit these picks, man." Yeah, man. Look, World said y'all spoke on it with Kicks last week, but Rojas Elysium is an easy reach. Indeed, it is. So easy that your wife is grabbing a bottle. I'm telling you, clean citrus. Great. There is an essence of sweetness to it. It is in the undertone, but definitely a great fragrance. Easy reach. Got to go somewhere. You want to smell like something good, but not stand out too much, except for the dudes that don't wear anything. Definitely a good choice. That boy say Elysium is mid, maybe, but sometimes the mids are the easiest reaches, and they're good wears. Oceanic Symphony is similar to Aqua Sapphire. I really like that DNA. Okay, interesting. Now, it's similar, but it's so much different. I want to say it's similar, but it's different because there's a sweetness, and then it has that salty C accord as well. That takes it to a whole different realm. I understand where you could find the similarities. I have to get my nose on both of them again, but definitely not close enough to recommend one from the other. Definitely not nowhere close enough to recommend one off of enjoying the other, because they're in two different realms of flavor. I mean, if we were talking about if they were products that we would consume, and we were talking about how they taste, one would be overly salty and the other one will be more sweet. Sphinx would be more sweet. Aqua Sapphire would be more salty, more crisp, more in that direction. They would go in two different directions at some point. So I can see where I agree with you as far as similarities, but at the same time, those differences are just too big. too big, especially on the mid to dry down. Honestly, in the opening, in my personal opinion. But I get where you come from. Does said Percy, you know good and well he about to win all the picks. Yeah, see, Percy like to show us his wins, but I want to see where Percy be missing. You know what I'm saying? How many times you be missing? That's the question at hand. We see the wins, baby. What the misses look like, Purse? Dave said at least it was mid, boy. And maybe it's just something, but yeah, it is what it is. Hey, mids can win too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because today, a team that was considered mid to a lot of people just beat a high major blue blood team. Shout out to St. John's once again, who knocked off Kansas. All right. And St. John's 3-point shot is trash. They shoot the mid range better than the threes, and guess what? They got themselves a win. So hey, we gonna work. We gonna shout out to all the mid rangers. HBK says Spirit of Dubai, Abraj, and Tom Ford, Costa Azura, Parfum are good easy reaches for you. Okay, yeah. Abraj I actually like in the opening to the mid. I don't care for the dry down as much. It's good, but I could use more or something different slightly. I'm not sure if Abraj has a weird musky dry down on top of that woody feel. So if I'm not mistaken, that's the one. But it's still good enough. But for me, I don't know if I would choose. But the Tom Ford Costa Azura, yeah, I like them. All right, what are some fine outfits I could wear to impress a fine Latina? Hey, man, I am the wrong person to ask about that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some of my constituents in the chat can help you out. Or I would even say, hey, man, you better go out there and go look up Miami vibes. Hey. Or get you, I don't know what type of Latinas you want, but you know what I'm saying? If you're down here in Texas, you can always go with the vaquero look. You know what I'm saying? Get you a bucket hat, get you a shirt, some Wranglers, and some boots. They'll mess with you if you know what you're doing. Heard that was intense. Maybe I could be wrong, but I don't think I could be wrong. All right. Versus I miss, but win more than I miss. Okay. All right. Spirit of Dubai, Ajal is a buzzer beater easy. Okay. I haven't smelled that one in so long I couldn't even tell you what it smelled like. Does say Costa Azura is definitely easy reach? Indeed, man. Indeed. A lot of Tom Fords, especially the freshies and whatnot, they are definitely good. What was the other one? One of my favorite, the Rolly Portofino, easy reach. Easy. HBK intense like how? It works all seasons for me. Oh, you heard it was intense. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Okay. Marion said if it didn't cost so much, Mind Games Gambit would be an easy reach, and forget Florida and Kansas. BYU knocked out. UGA and Gonzaga. Is Georgia still in there? Oh, you're saying and forget the rest of them too? Just hand Texas a chip. Boy, you don't get out of here, man. Texas ain't dish all freaking season. They lucky they got into March Madness. I ain't gonna knock them off, but they ain't got no shooting. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Let me just say this, all right? With the exception of a couple of teams such as Iowa State and whatnot, this has been the most piss poor performance of shooting in college basketball that I've ever seen. Piss poor. All right. I've been watching some of these blue blood and big name teams, and they ain't got nobody that can shoot the ball consistently. Or if they do, they got one person, and it's horrible. All right. Now I know you can still win a game, win a championship off of it because Florida did that with Will Clayton last year, and he was their best and damn near only shooter for most of the season. They had Aberdeen, but he a lot of times wasn't scoring like that. He was driving or whatnot, but it's been piss poor shooting recently. And it's a little frustrating to watch, especially when I'm watching Kansas and them and they're going, I mean, absolutely horrible from the three. And they're missing pull-ups or whatnot. It's been hard to watch. It's been really hard to watch. Oud Mineral is a good one. All right. Yeah, Marion, the bucket hat. You already know, man. Get that bucket hat, baby. They love a cowboy. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what type of Latina you talking about, you got some hood Latinas. You got some hood Latinas that don't deal with the boots. You know what I'm saying? Might have to get you a cholo outfit or be street something. You know what I'm saying? They out there. They kind of run with any social circle. You know what I'm saying? So you just have to be careful who you date or who you're trying to holler at. Raph said, I really like Elysium Noir. It's a shame there aren't more reviews of it. Wearing them stranglers. Yeah, man. Hey. I think I'm thinking of another one, HBK. Maybe Javier or Abjar. Okay. It's probably a clone of a rap. And everyone gonna run with that. Oh Lord. I don't know about that one. Ugh. Jason been telling us for 2 weeks straight that we need to get Elysium Noir. I gotta sample it soon. Yeah. Same here, man. I'm thinking the same thing. Oh, you might be thinking of Abjar. Okay. That shit is aggressive. Okay. All right, nice. I got Texas 2 for the championship. All right, I hope you bidding on somebody else when that don't work out. I wanted that one, Oud and Tarath. Okay, Tarath is nice. Tarath, I think that's one that Jason or Charm has. So yeah. Everyone trying to be Steph and they got no shot. I'm telling you. Vibrato Duck, that is a good one. That is another easy reach. Yes. Been hard to stop. He has been hard to stop, but who they play? You say he's been hard to stop. He ain't been too hard. I saw their record. I saw their record. He ain't been too hard to stop. And who was it that they just beat? They upset. Was it Gonzaga or somebody? Who was it that Texas just happened to beat? Let me see real quick. Because it's not like they didn't play a good game, but it's like they've been inconsistent all year. There's no way in hell I'm going to put some money on them to just come through like that right now. Oh, damn. Alabama is beating the brakes off of Texas Tech. Okay. That's women's. Let's see. All right. Let's see real quick. Damn, Texas women's beat the brakes off of Oregon. Shit. Let me see here. They just played today, right? Or did they play yesterday? Hold on, y'all. All right, let's see. Okay, so they just beat Gonzaga. All right. And they beat BYU. BYU wasn't good. BYU just happened to be better than some of the other teams in the Big 12. BYU was not beating anybody in the SEC damn near that made it to the, Gonzaga been overhyped for years. Every year they overhype. I don't care. Go argue with your mama. Gonzaga been overhyped every year. Okay. They know better than UConn. UConn winning right now and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Aside from those last, what was those back-to-back championships where they had a great team, this year they overhyped. St. John's have whooped their ass twice. They ain't who they think they are or who people think they are. All right, HBK said Bortnikov has a Tiger-inspired fragrance. That's good. All right, I got to try that out. That said, a lot of the top 5 seeded teams backcourt looking crazy in the tournament. Yeah. And a lot of the teams got weak front courts too. Weak front courts with no post moves. I'll be like, y'all trash. Trash. But shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? They're there and they still in it, so good. Cool. Rich Money Cash said records don't matter in the tournament. Anyone can get that or can get hot. True. They beat NC State too. Barely. Beat them by 2 points. You not convinced me. Not convinced me right now. But shout out to them. Hey, they're making it work. However, they need to make it work, which is always great. I'm not saying that they're a sorry team. I'm just saying they ain't showed me nothing to put no money on them. I wouldn't put $5 on them to win at all. I wouldn't, because their team, they are a team with Trayvon Marks and the rest of them. Because I know these boys. Trayvon, he a scorer, but he ain't a shooter. He be missing open shots and doing silly stuff with the ball. You can't lie and say they don't be causing their own turnovers. I don't have any faith in them. Honestly, I think the 3 best teams out there right now are Arizona, Michigan, and Iowa State. After that comes St. John's and then probably UConn. Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with right now. All right. Now, I could probably put Arkansas in there too, but they're iffy too. All right. Several SEC teams are very iffy when they play competition or sizable competition. So we'll see. Sure. I should become a sports bettor for women's basketball. My women's bracket is exceptional. I don't even watch like that. Yeah, but it's a thing, Marion, because now that I've been training girls and whatnot and getting into the recruitment of girls, high school girls, brother, the talent is so much more obvious. When you see a girl that's got it, she got it. And so many others do not have anything. So when they recruit like that, when they recruit certain girls, they're about to take over. The way Gino Auriemma, the way our girl over there in South Carolina, the way our what's her name over there at LSU recruit, when they get players and you look at these players, they look worlds apart from even the people that they previously recruited. So it's a little different, but I get it. But it's easier to spot a really good team in girls basketball than it is in men's, because the girls, they value skill sets. The coaches, they coach according to skill sets. And college, they kind of just play you based on how good you are and your likelihood of being drafted. And they're there to present you as good enough to be drafted. BYU could have played differently. They probably could have won that game and played better. But truth be told, they wanted to, that whole staff and everything that had been put together was for AJ Diabonsta, whatever his name is. And that's why they lost, because they wanted him to get his stuff off. But at the same time, while he showed that he was a top 5 pick, maybe 3, he also showed that in college, like, he couldn't carry a team on his back. And so it's going to take more time for him to develop that in the NBA as well. But he's good. But he just he ain't there yet in college. So he also kind of showed that he might not be there in the NBA. He's good, but yeah, we'll see. It could build into something. You know what I'm saying? Rich Money said Texas guard Maddie Booker scored 40 against Oregon today. Yeah, she got a nice jump. I think they beat that team like 100 and something to, y'all, it was ridiculous. It was disgusting. Where is it? Is he the? Yeah. Texas beat them 100 to 58. It was disgusting. And she got 40. It's 40% of the points. Damn. All right, you're right about the skill set of women not being able to dunk makes the game better, more skill based. It is. I like the ball movement. I like watching it. When it's good, it's great. When it's good, it's great watching the women play. Honestly, from a basketball savant standpoint, I love watching proper movements. I love watching people run plays, seeing a breakdown and what they do to affect the other teams. It's not the same in boys. It's not the same in men. So, but hey, y'all, man, look. I just wanted to get on here for a little bit of an hour. So far, I've given you about an hour, 20 minutes, man. Look, I just wanted to give you a heads up for what's coming up in this next week. I'm gonna have some, not necessarily random, but lives during times where I'm not stepping on other people's feet, and we're gonna be talking about some of these topics. Going to be talking about some of these topics, like I said. So stay tuned for that, man. Also, I got an interview with a house coming up. It's going to be on not this Monday, not tomorrow, but next week. I'll be having a interview with a house. It'll be in the morning. All right. Now, this is going to be a little different. Like I said, I've never really had to wake up in the morning and do an interview, but it will be for a company overseas. Um, and so I'm on their time schedule. I had to do something where they were open and not busy, and we're gonna go from there. But appreciate y'all for coming out, man. I know you could be anywhere but here, but you chose to be here with me at this time, and for that, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. All right. Like I said, we're gonna be back during the week. We'll see what's going on, but until then, hey, appreciate y'all for stopping by. All right. Check us out. I know y'all know Walt will be on tomorrow for those who don't remember, but most of you know. All right. Walt will be on tomorrow. All right. And of course, Smell Good Kev is on Tuesday. We got our new group coming in at my guy Dutch is hosting, is ahead of that one for what is it? Sense Cinema. I apologize. All right. They're going to be going on Wednesday. And of course, I'll be back on Thursday. Now, I'll be trying to find a little hour to talk about some things in between and whatnot, but, so that I don't step on people's feet. So look forward to that. All right. And we'll have other little announcements coming up. But with all that being said, all right. Hey, y'all. Let every sip lead to a sip of, let every sip be a sip of inspiration, and let every sniff lead to a new discovery, y'all. Hey, appreciate y'all for coming out. As always, love y'all for stopping by. Look, until the next one, we're going to be out. Y'all be easy, man. Y'all be easy.